everyone. So today I'm gonna do a music review. I know it's not my usual country music album review or commentary, but I'm a huge Swiftie, and Taylor Swift just released her album Life of a Showgirl. I've asked you guys if you wanted me to do a review, and you've said yes. So here goes nothing. I've been listening to this album for a week. I went to the premiere last Saturday. I went to see it, and I really wanted to understand the album, listen to it over and over again to get a really good feel of it. The movie helped as well. It really helped me understand her point of view while making the album, the video, and writing the song. And I really enjoyed the premiere. It was really good. I don't know if you guys got to see it. If you did, please let me know in the comment how you liked it. And before doing this review, I really wanted to make sure that I understood the album and understood what she was trying to say. And I think after listening to the album for a week, I think I got a pretty good idea of the album and what I wanted to say about it. Little side note before I actually start the review of this album. While I was listening to it this week, I really tried not to read anything that people had written or listen to people's opinion on social media about the album. I really wanted to form my own opinion on the album based on what I was listening, not on based on what someone else's opinion was, an opinion that I read online. So after I finished listening to it for a couple of days, I went online and went to see what people thought of it, and I was shocked by what I read. I think the album went over a lot of people's head. There was a lot of criticism based on the lyrics, the themes, and I really don't understand why. Like I said, it went over a lot of people's head. Personally, I think from start to finish, this album is 100% based on Life of the Showgirl. In every song that she wrote, that she did, there's a good example of it. You see the whole lifestyle of a showgirl through this album. Every single song exemplifies this. Personally, I think that this is Taylor's strongest album as far as cohesiveness goes. From start to finish, you get a strong theme of Life of a Showgirl. It seeps through every song. And the first one, The Fate of Ophelia, you get someone who's been saved by that one person from drowning, from leading a very awful life in the public sphere. Because that one person saved her from all the horrible stuff that she's going through. And it all circles back to the last song, Life of a Showgirl, where as a young girl, this is going to see an artist live, and she says to the artist, "Oh, you're leaving my dream," as after the show. And then the artist warns her, "This is a very tough life. You don't want to do this. You're too soft. Stay away." And then Taylor Swift goes on to say, "Well, I want to do that, and I'm going into it prepared. I know what to expect, and I know that. That's what I want to do." And in a very famous line of the song, she does say that people are hoping for her to die, and that she won't. She's immortal now. It all circles back. Those two songs are very well connected. The Fate of Ophelia and the last one. So there's a theme. She starts the album with that theme and she finishes it. Second song, Elizabeth Taylor, who was a very talented artist, but had a very tumultuous life. This was parallel to Taylor's personal life as well, on and off the screen. And once again, you get the life of the rich and famous, the life of a showgirl, once again through the lens of Elizabeth Taylor. you get many reference to her, like Violet Eyes, or movies, and she's really once again tying it to life of a showgirl and living the life and like in front of the cameras and wondering in that song she really tries to get the theme of, is this love affair gonna last, or is it gonna die out in front of the cameras? There's song Upper Light. I think that this could be applied to a normal life as well, but this one is about making your happiness, going for what you want, and at this point deciding what is it you want and going for it. And I think that this song is probably one of the sweetest one in my opinion, because it's really showcasing her trying to be happy and deciding on that fact and not letting happiness happen to her, but her deciding to be happy. Fourth song on the album, Father Figure, which references the song Father Figure by George Michael, which is a absolutely gorgeous song. If you haven't heard it, please go listen to it because it's fabulous. And the original song is very much about love and it's sweet, it's nice. This one is very dark. It's a lot darker because this one is about, once again, show business. There's always someone to abuse you, someone to try to manipulate you. And, sometimes when you're innocent, you're naive, you don't know what you're getting into. And it shows that at some point, if you're maybe trying to get away from it, that person might try to cut you off, get you canceled, because you refuse to stay under his control. They're gonna try to kill you off, kill your career off. Eldest Daughter is such a sweet, very naive song, and a lot of people have criticized the songwriting for being cringe, and I think they're missing the whole point of the song. I mean, this was done with intention. During the whole song, she's criticizing people for being fake because they're so scared of being cringe. They're so scared of not being cool that they hide between this fake posturing. And this can be applied to normal life, but this is really through the lens of someone in the public eye and just trying to appear a certain way, not to appear vulnerable, always appear tough. On track 6, Ruin the Friendship, she's reminiscing on high school and wondering if she should have ruined the friendship with someone she liked. She's always going back on it, and something held her back, and she's saying she should have acted on it. And at some point, she does say, my advice is always to ruin the friendship. It's better than regret it for all time. So she should have kissed him, she should have made a move. And I think this can also be applied to anything in life. So her statement was about winning friendship, but in a statement, I think it's meant for everything else as well. Always go for it if you want something. On track 7, Actually Romantic, she's actually calling out someone who's been actually not calling out. She's just talking about someone who's been taking shots at her, keeps talking about her, keeps sending, nasty messages. Just, like Taylor is that in that person's head. And once again, like, especially when you're famous, like, you receive a lot of criticism. So you see that through that lens. And she's calling out that a person who's, constantly taking shots at her. And she's saying, instead of saying, "Oh, you're being nasty to me, I hate you," she's more saying, "Oh, well, that's cute because you like me. You're always thinking about me. It's romantic." She even said at some point, "Your boyfriend is always saying, why are we always talking about her?" So it's really nice that way because she's actually saying, "Well, thank you for the attention," and like she's not thinking about it that much. It's not that serious. And a lot of people were critical about that. Like, why is Taylor talking about this? Why is she writing that song? Well, I don't know about if you've never had someone constantly like taking shots at you, like being nasty to you, like are you even going out? Like, because I think most people in life have had a situation where, someone was always going after them, and at some point it's like, okay, well, why are you paying that much attention to me? And sometimes you need to talk about this and address it somehow. But I feel like people can talk about Taylor, people can criticize her, people can take jabs at her, but if she replies in any way, then like she's the bad guy for some reason, and I really don't understand why. On track 8, wish list. First of all, she starts off by listing everything, every goal that a person could have. And then she said, I hope you get what you want. I hope that whatever your goals are, whatever you're wishing for, you get it and it happens to you. And then in the chorus, she's like, okay, but this is what I want. This is what I want for me. These are my goals. This is what I wish for. And I really hope that I get what I want as well. And a lot of people were being critical of that song. I heard a lot of criticism towards the fact that she's like judging what other people are wishing for and that she felt her goals are superior. Like, no, that is never mentioned in that song. She's saying whatever it is that you want, I hope you get it. I want what I want. Obviously she's experienced fame, she's experienced fortune, and now like she appears to want something more down to earth. And this is through that lens. She wants a family, she wants this, and she's not judging anyone at all. She's just saying whatever you want, you should get, and whatever I want, I hope that I get. This is as simple as that. Wood, the ninth track of the album, which is probably the raciest song that Taylor has ever done, started off like it starts off nice, like just talking about superstition, and then started talking about her boyfriend's appendage, and it's tongue in cheek and it's very racy. It's very different from everything that she's ever done, but I think it works well in that regard. Yes, it's racy and it's not very like it's very forward, but it's actually quite a fun song as well. Maybe not my favorite on the album, but I do think that it's very good. On to track 10, which is probably one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Cancel, and I think it's a perfect description of the world we're living in right now. I mean, everyone and anyone can be canceled for just the smallest reasons. It's not even just celebrities anymore. It's like everyone. But this has gotten so ridiculous. She does say at some point, you can appear just too smug for your own good. It's any reason is good enough for someone to be canceled. And she goes on to say, at least you know who your real friends are. And she does mention the fact that no one is innocent. Everyone is have body in their attic. So in a way, I think this is very much calling out the culture right now that wants to cancel everyone when you don't agree with them, when you don't, you know, when you don't like them for they've said something that you didn't like, cancel them. And it's not even just celebrities anymore. It's people you know in your personal life. It's gotten so ridiculous, and I think she really hit the nail on the head right there. And she's gotten a lot of flack for this one, but I think she's done a good job of talking about the world that we're living in right now. and the pedestal that everyone is on right now. It's really crazy world, and you have to watch out for everything you're doing, because otherwise people are going to be going after you, and that is the message of the song, and I think she's done a good job with this one. We're almost at the end of the album right now. We're on track 11, and it's a song called Honey. And in that song, she talks about when people, you referred to her with the word honey, sweetheart, they were actually using it sarcastically. They were not giving her flowers, they were mocking her, and they were using it in a way that was very wrong. But she's telling her flame that he can use the word honey because he's loving her, he's staying the night, he's treating her well, and he's doing a very good job as a partner and of propping her up. And this song, once again, there are people calling her not feminist because she does say a line in the chorus. She's saying, "This bitch was telling me to back off because her men had looked at me wrong," and it's very ironic that people are calling her out for calling some nameless woman that we don't know who that is. It could be anyone, a bitch, but no one is calling it out the other woman for attacking her and being very aggressive towards her because the men looked at her wrong. Why isn't the other woman actually yelling at her boyfriend? Like, it's not Taylor's fault if the boyfriend is looking at her, right? So once again, I've talked about this before. It's like the onus always like on Taylor for stuff like that. I mean, you have to be honest here. Like, why is a random woman going to attack another woman at a bar because her boyfriend looked at her? Not her fault, but you know, once again, like I feel like people focus like on one sentence in the song and totally miss the message of the song. On track 12 of the album, which is the title track, Life of a Showgirl, this tells the story of a young girl. She goes to see this artist, Kitty, and Kitty is so flawless. She's performing so well, and the young girl is in awe. At the end of the show, she goes to wait for Kitty, see if she can meet her. Kitty comes out, and the young girl tells her, "You're living my dream." To which Kitty responds, "Well, you know what? You're so cute. You look like a kitten. You're too nice for this life." Yeah, and she warns her about show business. And later on in the track, the little girl says, "Well, this is my life. I went into this knowing what to expect, and I wanted to do this. I did it knowingly, and I was prepared for all the hits that I was gonna endure." And at the end, she does say, "All the people were waiting for me to die, but no, I'm immortal now, and I'm living through my art, through my music, and you can never take that away from me." And this is really nice rebound from like the first song, where she thought like she was gonna drown if she hadn't been saved by that person. Now she's gonna say, "I'm always gonna be immortal through my art." And I think this was a very nice track to end the album. A very good song that features Sabrina Carpenter, which kills it on the track. She's an amazing feature, and I do think that she was the perfect person for this track. She embodies the song as well, and they both did a very good job. I do think this is a very good album, very misunderstood. I don't think that a lot of people understand what Taylor was trying to do with it. I don't think that a lot of people understood the message. But I think this is an album that if you only listen to it once or twice, you're not gonna get it fully. You need to listen to it multiple times to start like understanding what is going on and what Taylor is trying to do. That is my opinion. I give it a solid 8 out of 10, and I do think that it's very good. Is it my favorite Taylor album? Oh, this is too soon, I guess. We're gonna wait. Ask me again in like a year or two. But I do think that it's very good. And I strongly recommend listening to it. Once again, like, I recommend listening to it more than once or twice. Let it sink in. It's not an album that is easily digestible and you're gonna get everything out of it from the first listen. You really need to listen and then let it sink in. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one, everyone.